Welcome to Pacific Northwest Explored. Join us as we 4x4 into the Hamma Hamma River to beat the heat. We review hammocks and shelters. Take a plunge to cool down. Stick around and enjoy the beauty of the Hamma Hamma River. Here's our turnoff from the main access road on the Hamma Hamma. You're going to need four-wheel drive and a little bit of clearance on your vehicle. It's not really a technical trail, but it's very tight, and this will give you access to all the dispersed camping areas along the river. Campsite right here in the shade, actually, so what I might do is stay up here, and it's only a 1-minute walk down to the water, and then the vehicle will be in the shade all day on the trees up here. It's the beauty. It's going to be 90 degrees in Olympia, Washington today, so I'm about an hour and a half drive up the Hood Canal in my Tacoma. And I was just going to spend the day here, and when I get really hot, I'm going to go for a swim in that little river. While I'm here for the day, I'm going to review a couple of hammocks and kind of a day use sun shelter for you guys to check out. Two hammocks are the green things. This is just a quick throw up hammock that you can use during the day. This would be a tent hammock. And then when we get down to the river, we'll check out this sunshade sort of tent shelter. And then we'll obviously put our awning up too, off of the, it's the Dome 1300 off the back of my Tacoma. First up is the Dome Rhino Rack 1300. It's just an awning that'll come off the side. And it's a nice curved dome shape, so I can use it in the wintertime too. It kind of sheds the snow and the rain. I'll put it in hyperlapse, and I'll show you guys how to set it up. As you can see, the Dome Rhino Rack 1300. It's not state-of-the-art. It's not an instant shelter, but for what you get for a few minutes of setting up a couple of tent poles, it is pretty cool, both in the winter and the summer. Shade, snow, and rain is really what I was looking for. It comes with some tent pegs too, but there's absolutely no wind today, so I'm not going to bother guiding it down, but you can see that dome shape really helps in the snow in the wintertime, and I can cook under here and pretty much put a little propane fire pit under here. And I have plenty of headroom. I'm only 5'6", but it has extendable poles, so you could raise this up even higher if you wanted, but I clear no problem without hitting my head. And I've had it for many years, and this material here is very mold resistant. I basically really don't do anything to it at all. I keep it rolled up in the wintertime. It gets rained on. I open it up occasionally just to shed some of the water in there. The cover, it has a vinyl cover on it. Holes go in here, but it's extremely well made. I don't have any rips, any tears, and I really just kind of ignore this thing. I do dry it out. If it's been totally saturated, I'll just unroll it and let it hang off the back of my vehicle. But it's a very cool shelter, and I just bolted it with a couple of bolts on the back. If you have this wilderness system, it does stick out a couple of inches, but this is an angled canopy, so it really is not sticking out at all with regard to like wind resistance very much. It's giving me a lot of shade on this 90-degree day. Feels like 80 here, so I'm really enjoying a 10-degree drop just by hanging out in the woods. Gonna grab some lunch, a little cider, and enjoy the shade, and then we'll hang out down by the river, check out some hammocks that I have. Whew. Ah, that shade is good. Gonna enjoy this in the shade. It's a Saturday. This is a dispersed camping spot. But here's just one of the sites in here. It's an old creek bed, but it's super sunny down there on the river, and I think I'm just going to walk down. It's only less than 1 minute walk. If you haven't seen the back of my Tacoma, I'm all kitted out with the bodega fridge. Got some of my accessories here I can grab easily: knives, bucket, fold up bucket, fire starter. It's Hamma Hamma Hammock time. We are in the Hamma Hamma's recreation area, and today we're checking out a couple of hammocks and a sun shelter in the beautiful Pacific Northwest, the Hamma Hamma's. First hammock we're going to look at today is a Flagship X, and this is the premium edition. And I'll set it up in the woods, and we'll get out of the shade, and I'll let you guys know what this is like. As you can see, it's pretty simple to set up. Comes with some nice tree savers webbing, so you can, whatever size tree you have, you can dial this in. Just a simple carabiner, clips on. And there you have it. Same with this side. Its maximum weight is 250 pounds. Get yourself out of the shade, under the rainforest trees, and now you can watch me fall out as I get in. time for a nap. I'll see you after my siesta. Next up on our hammock tour is the Larson Hammock. A mate of mine just gave me this hammock. Hadn't been using it. And it looks like it's made by Lawson Hammock. And this is the Blue Ridge camping hammock. So it gives you some instructions. I don't know if this comes with it, but there's a tree hugger webbing kit that he gave me. You come with the hammock comes with some built-in poles, so those keep the hammock pretty sturdy on both sides. It does have one or two, it feels like, some tent poles, and then it has a shelter that goes with it too. So let's see if we can set this sucker up. Here we have the hammock all set up. And I haven't put the rain fly on yet either. Looks like the rain fly attaches with this bungee. So that's pretty quick setup. Let's jump in it and test it out. Be sure and watch this video to the end, because you'll see a blooper of me falling on my ass. So make sure you watch the whole episode. You do need to put a half hitch safety knot in the webbing, just to be sure that it holds. That is a very comfortable hammock. The main poles that go across really give it some nice rigidity and easy to sleep on this system because of those ridge poles right here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, these ridge poles really spread it out. So yeah, you, instead of getting that bow effect, you're a lot more straight. But that is an awesome hammock. I'm going to set up the rain fly just so I know how it works. There we go, there's the rain fly on it. Seems like it wants additional guy wires or guy lines to stake it out to keep it away from the tent. So yeah, see, here's one right here. Doesn't fit that well on here, but if you were to stake this out with some extra guy lines, you get that airflow and you wouldn't have it touching the tent. But it's pretty neat. If it starts raining, you can throw this on and enjoy overnight tent camping. I'm going to take the rain fly off because there's no need for it today, and enjoy the hammock as it is. I read up on the internet on this tent hammock. As you know, most hammocks need some trees to support its weight, but you can stake this one down because it has two tent poles on either side. You can use this as a ground tent as well, which is pretty cool. So it could be that you see this on a future overnight motorcycle trip in the Pacific Northwest. I might use it for that, and also some kayak trips too. And that is the Lawson Hammock, and it's called the Blue Ridge camping hammock. Let's head down to the river and set up our little sunshade shelter that we have too, and that way you get a good variety of shelters on this hot day in July in the Pacific Northwest. As we enjoy the shade underneath our dome shelter from Rhino Rack, we're going to check out Big Angus's Whetstone Shelter Large. This is just a summer kind of shade shelter that I often take kayaking for the day on super summer days such as this, or if you have a nice walk in somewhere to a river or a lake. And we'll take it down to the river here and set it up, see if we can get some shelter, because it's very exposed down there and sunny. And that will conclude our shelter YouTube Hamma Hamma session. So join me down by the river. Big Angus. Here's my new spot I relocated, just up the river. It's a little windy down there, and now I can soak my feet in this nice calm water. Nice swimming hole about 4 feet deep right there. I can dunk myself. Yeah, this is definitely the spot. And I got this whole spot to myself. Look at this huge tree that came down. I'm gonna swim over, check it out. Wow. Got a creek on one side, and you got me, and you got my nice little day use area. Sweet spot. Well, that'll cool you off. That will cool you off on a hot day, for sure. Nice little log jump into a deep pool. Got this place all to myself. You can jump off the other side too. Big Angus Whetstone Shelter. Get out of the sun. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Hammocks in the Hamma Hamma and Shelters. There's the Big Angus behind me. I want to thank you all for checking out my channel. Feel free to hit the like and subscribe button if you're enjoying it. I will have a Patreon account after I get 1,000 subs, so stay tuned for that, and I'll be sharing some of these secret locations with you all through my Patreon account. Got my Hood Sport ice cream here. Flavor, Kentucky Pie. Hood Sport's got an awesome ice cream place right here. And I'm going to enjoy this on the way home. It's a great day in the Hamma Hammas. Congratulations, it's blooper time. Make sure you put your safety knot in your hammock strap. Otherwise, this will happen. Well, that didn't work.